The players and fans certainly prepare for Super Bowl Sunday, and in some towns, the police do too, lining up extra patrols to keep those drunk drivers at bay. Fox Connecticut's Beau Berman spent the night riding along with an officer committed to keeping the roads safe after the game. Beau?
Yeah, well, Audrey, holidays like New Year's Eve or St. Patrick's Day, those days and others are unfortunately major nights for drunk driving. And as you know, the Super Bowl is like a holiday of its own. So as part of a federal grant, the Farmington Police Department added extra patrols tonight, and we rode along to see what they found.
21B04.
It's 4:30 in the afternoon, Super Bowl Sunday.
5 with an 18.
Officer Chris Thomas is in a souped-up Ford Explorer on roving patrol for the Farmington Police Department.
As I would expect that the minute the game's over, the minute the game gets out of control, people will start getting in their cars and leaving, and that's when you kind of expect it.
Before the game, it's unlikely Thomas will find a drunk driver, but that's the goal tonight, to make sure anyone who's breaking the law is caught. The federal government allocates extra money to local police departments to put on patrols on nights like this, with the potential to have extra drinkers on the road.
You've got Super Bowl parties going around all over the state, all over the nation. At these parties, you're going to have drinking, and people generally go home.
Farmington police have a strong record of DUI arrests in their town, partly because they have less violent crime incidents to worry about, allowing them to make safe roads a priority. Before dark, Thomas pulls over a few cars, and fortunately, no one appears to be under the influence. But just after dark, he spots a black Mazda with non-functioning lights. It's cause for a stop. Thomas approaches the driver and smells drugs in the car.
You have a second unit available for a 21A search. Is there anything in the car that you shouldn't have in the car?
I just got a box of beer in the back.
Box of beer in the back?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any marijuana or anything like that? Nothing?
I don't smoke, sir.
Got the odor of marijuana from the vehicle. He says that there's nothing currently in the vehicle.
But a quick search finds the driver was lying. Thomas turns up more than a half ounce of marijuana in the back, alongside a case of beer. Also there, plenty of smoking paraphernalia.
There was a fairly large bag of marijuana that he had, and my guess is that he was heading to a party, that he was probably going to provide that marijuana at the party.
The driver is arrested on scene. And while Officer Thomas didn't make any alcohol-related arrests this far into his shift, he may have kept the road safer nevertheless.
Though we didn't get a drunk driver off the street here, you know, we could have possibly prevented people from driving while intoxicated under the influence of marijuana.
Officer Thomas there, he'll be out until 3 o'clock this morning, so the game obviously just ended. Parties are wrapping up, so be careful on the roads. Watch out. There are plenty of drunk drivers out there, according to Thomas, who has worked this shift before. And something interesting to note, we asked about the notion of ticket or arrest quotas. Officer Thomas explained that he certainly doesn't operate that way. There's no set number he's looking to hit. In fact, every stop he made tonight ended with just a verbal warning, except for that drug arrest that you saw in the studio. Beau Berman, Fox, Connecticut.